Hello, Loaf Nation, and welcome to episode 2. Isn't that an Eagles song? Before we get started, I'd like to say that I am not the creator of the Krusty Krab, Krabby Patties, SpongeBob SquarePants, Squidward Tentacles, Mr. Krabs, Hogsmeade, Edward Scissorhands, or Hogwarts. I'm sure you know this already, but I'm 99% sure that I needed to specify this for copyright reasons, or whatever. Here we go! Last episode we ended with you and your party getting kicked out of Riley's farm. As you walk, you begin to think, I'm pretty hungry. You walk a little farther and find the Krusty Krab. Chrisrina announces that she was ravenous and could really use a Krabby Patty. You and your party enters. Mr. Krabs shouts, "Money!" as you walk in. Chrisrina requests Krabby Patties for the whole party. Mr. Krabs asks if they will be paid for, and Chrisrina stammers. Mr. Krabs says, "No money, no patties." You swear, "But we're so hungry," you say. Mr. Krabs repeats, "No money, no patties." Tora Enlin is enraged. As Squidward Tentacles sleeps in his boat, Tora approaches, sword ready. The moment she gets within 6 feet of him, his eyes snap open and he flies through the air like he's possessed, screaming, "My paycheck!" And he lands on Tora and begins gnawing on her head. Adrora Yesrora lends her bow and arrow to aid, and Umra Adarin shoots from a distance. Everyone else is huddled in a huddle, and Tim Bread suggests, well, if we can't have Krabby Patties, we can have crab legs. Mr. Krabs is enraged, and you scream like a goat. Mr. Krabs pinches his way through the huddle, and you all land in a pile. Mr. Krabs sits on the pile. Everybody flails, but the only thing this does is just injure everyone. Tora Enlin finally slices Squidward Tentacles in half, and Umra Adarin sends his body into the kitchen so they can celebrate with calamari. Tora Enlin, Adrora Yesrora, and Umra Adarin move to help the group trapped under Mr. Krabs, but they only end up getting trapped themselves. Ralmal Narsk suggests the party uses lube to escape. You pipe up, "Where are we even gonna get lube? We're stuck under a crab." Ralmal Narsk whips out a bottle of lube. Nobody questions her. She squeezes it all over everyone, and soon they slip out from underneath Mr. Krabs. Battle! You are going to battle Mr. Krabs if you choose to accept. Mr. Krabs has 2 hit points. To hit him, you have to roll a 2, and he strikes every 6 rounds, hitting you for 1 hit point on the first. Pause the video right now while you battle. If you died, you must restart with a new character. If you won, decide whether you're gonna loot the body. If you won, also add 10 coins and 10 experience points to your inventory. Also do that for the first monster you fought in the first video. I forgot to add that. Sorry. Just do that now. Flip a coin! If heads, add a health potion to your inventory. If tails, you get a pincher stuck in your butt, and you cannot participate in this episode's choice. Rednass Genel sends Mr. Krabs' body into the kitchen for crab legs and collects the calamari. Choice! Choose whether you want to eat some of the Squidward calamari. If yes, roll a die. If the die comes up as 3 or greater, gain 1 maximum hit point. If the die comes up lower, the calamari is flavorless, you cringe, and lose 1 hit point due to getting slapped in the face by Nevela. You apply for Squidward Tentacles jobs job and get it. You sit behind the cash register and remove all of the money. Item pickup! You can choose to collect money. If you made this choice, you must roll a die. If you roll a 2 or higher, you pick up 15 gold pieces. If you roll a 1, you slip and hit your head on the cash register, giving your die a -1 modifier on your next item pickup. This means that if you roll a 5, it becomes a 4. If you roll a 2, it becomes a 1, and so on. The crab legs come back from the kitchen and everyone chows down. You gain up to 2 hit points back, but no more than your maximum hit points. Through all of this commotion, only a few patrons were left in the restaurant. By this point, you think not one of them could possibly be right in the head, but I assure you, they all are. They weren't really paying a whole lot of attention. Ralma Narsk is particularly interested in one patron in particular. She walks up to her. Most of the flirting attempts are ruined by falling over, rolling ones, and slipping. She asks her out, and by some miracle, the patron says, "Yeah, sure, I don't have a whole lot else going on." Why not? Another patron is appalled by this scene, and is absolutely disgusted that disgusting homophobe. "I ought to kill her off right now." The patron's name is Winter, and though she tries to kill the new couple, she fails on all of her rolls and pouts in her chair. The new and very shippable couple walks down the street of Hogsmeade to grab a butterbeer. Krusty Krab had a new restaurant opened up in Hogsmeade. Winter tries once again to kill them by throwing a knife through all the walls. Winter rolls 3 6s in a row, which allows the knife to successfully hit Ralmel Narsk. Unfortunately for Winter, I ship this couple and no force can stop me from shipping it. Because of this, the knife hits a non-fatal spot and Ralmel is saved. Unfortunately, she still has to go to the hospital wing in Hogwarts. Enraged with Winter's homophobic display, you viciously stab her with a squirrel. She dies. It occurs to the party that they can no longer exit the Krusty Krab. They tried the doors. Nothing. Vents. Welded shut. They even threw a chair at the window, which was rubber. SpongeBob SquarePants exits the kitchen and promptly screeches like a cheerleader banshee who got her hair pulled by Edward Scissorhands. Contest! Draw a picture of a cheerleader banshee. You begin to make out words, like he's saying, "You can check out any time, but you can never leave." On repeat. He's saying you can check out any time, but you can never leave. Umra Adonian says, "Isn't that an Eagles song?" Timbred says, "No, that's a line in the song." Extensive time is taken to figure out what that could possibly mean, but nobody can think with all of the racket spewing out of SpongeBob SquarePants. Chrisrina goes up behind SpongeBob SquarePants and puts her hand over his mouth to make him shut up. You have an idea, but it gets shot down immediately. Eventually, I have to give everyone a hint. Timbred finally figures it out. "Guys," he says, "I think we have to fall asleep to get out." They all go to sleep and wake up in an alternate Krusty Krab, with everything they had on when they fell asleep. The doors open. Now back to Ralmel Narsk. She made a full recovery from the knife wound and went down to lower Hogwarts grounds. Ralmel's girlfriend actually recognizes her and hasn't abandoned her. I guess she's into a dorky klutz. Ralmel Narsk will not be rejoining the party until later. Well, that's all for now, so have fun battling! Hop right out.